When I got signed to my manager, she was like, what are your interests? And one of them was talking about my vagina.
Love that.
Okay, so I want to write a book about my vagina and when I'm older, like in my Stevie Nicks era, when I have a farm
What would you call
in
it?
Malibu.
Our sweats sets wet.
Oh, that's just my wine.
Okay, guys, crawl in.
This is so screwed up. What the hell is this?
Get in. The water's fine.
What do I do with my thick
have
ass
you never
cold
done
diet
this?
sandals?
Amanda-
Guys, holy shit.
Oh my God, are you feeling good? Are you gonna do your legs
No,
like this?
I gotta suck in. I need to get flexible first. I need to get, hang
You
on.
can also do this if you feel more cozy, like this. Or I've done this too when I'm feeling like.
I think for now, I'm just, until like, maybe once I start talking about my vaginal health, I'll
Then you can
my
open
legs
up. Yeah. I'm so excited to be here with you. You're so hot. I'm sweaty.
Thank you. Have you made it aware your sexual orientation?
Oh, everybody knows I'm a dyke. I say it like every 2 minutes.
I'm obsessed with that.
Thank you.
This is so exciting. I wish I had more lesbian friends. I don't have enough.
Oh yeah, I can.
Yeah.
There's a few here. Can you smell them?
I can. Yeah, I can smell them.
We all smell like Labo now.
Yeah, I got those lesbian nostrils. They sniff them out really easily.
Guys, welcome. I'm Jade Catapretta. I'm here with Amanda McCants, and this is The Stir Up, a podcast brought to you by O Positiv, where we stir up all things women. We talk about things that other people don't want to talk about. We get open, literally. So welcome. Did you always have this whole motto of like, be hot, I'm hot, like just owning it? Like, when did that start?
I was raised with like such a not a fake sense of confidence, but my mom would just over compliment me.
What's that like?
I would leave the house and she would go, and like I was not that attractive, and she'd go, people are lucky to look at you. And so I just kind of like grew up just being like, yeah, like I'm hot. And the other parents would comment on it to my mom. They'd be like, she kind of walks around like she has this really big confidence. Her boobs are always out. And my mom was like, well, it's not bragging if you can back it up. Because I had great boobs since I was 14.
As a kid, whoa.
Yeah, which I'm not really supposed to. I get that's like a little weird, but I did.
No, that's fine. My sister had big boobs.
Yeah.
She had good boobs. Like when she stopped gymnastics, it was like, whoa. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was rocking those titties from 14.
Wow.
And a great body, not a great face.
Is your mom white?
White?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're Norwegian.
Okay, because that's not, I was gonna say not a super like Latino.
Do I
Mom.
look something else other than white?
I don't know, because like that's a white mom thing
What
to
are
do.
you?
I'm Brazilian. So my mom would be
Okay.
like, my mom wouldn't be like, be confident. She would be like, you know?
Okay, I have a story
She'd be like,
about
"You don't look
Brazilian
as-
women.
Tell me.
Okay, so my family.
Why are you laughing already?
Because like I'm just telling it. I'm remembering it.
Okay.
Okay, just trust me. I'm gonna take us on a wild ride.
Okay, should we hold hands?
Should we hold stirrups?
Should we touch toes?
So,
Okay.
my family would go to Florida every single summer, and this particular summer, we decided to take a tour of Disney World. The actual Disney World is too expensive, so we went to the like surrounding parks around it. One of the parks was Typhoon Lagoon.
Typhoon Lagoon. That
Okay.
sounds gay, yeah.
All of the Brazilian women were walking around Typhoon Lagoon in their Brazilian thongs, and they had the best butts I'd ever seen. And my mom goes, "You see that right there?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "That's a Brazilian butt." And I was like, fuck.
I feel like I really like your mom. I feel like I want to meet your mom.
She always comes up.
Is your mom hot?
Gorgeous. But my family is, I mean, my grandparents even got facelifts. Like my family is a family of plastic surgery addicts.
Wow.
So my mom is beautiful, but it's not without help.
Have you felt like a little bit of pressure because of that?
Not at all. I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad got one check and spent it on my nose. I'm not lying. One day he came in and he was like, "We got it." And a week later,
He was like excited, like,
I was
we
in the
finally got
plastic
to fix
surgeon's
this
office.
ugly nose we gave
Yeah.
you. That's so crazy. And it never makes you feel like, oh.
Oh my God, no.
I love that because I have the opposite. Like my mom, like I'll never wear makeup at home. And then one time I had eyeliner on and she was like, "You look beautiful." I was like, "Do I look like shit every other day?" I didn't even tell you what we're doing here.
You don't like to wear makeup, but your mom likes it when you wear makeup.
She does. She loves it. Yeah, like, because there's two sides of me. There's like the, like, I'll dress up and feel femme, but then there's also like the dykey, like I just want to be in overalls, you know, in my jorts, grow my mustache.
Okay,
grow
so
my
are
herbs.
you like the femme one in the relationship?
Yeah, definitely. My girlfriend gets sir a lot and she goes, what did you call me? And they go, sir, ma'am.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
sick. And how long have you guys been together?
I love that you're interviewing me because I only want to talk about myself.
Well, people
like a
should
year and a
ask
half.
you questions.
Thank you.
Isn't it embarrassing when people go on Call Her Daddy and they don't ask Alex questions?
But I feel like they just like, they make it that way, you know? Or they'll ask her questions, they probably cut it.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Don't cut this. Don't make me look like
Don't
a
ever talk about another
narcissistic
podcast
asshole.
ever in my podcast again. Oh, what are you drinking?
Okay, so what am I drinking? So I always forget the name. I'm drinking a gorgeous Sancerre.
They're not sponsoring us, so we'll cut that. I'm
No,
drinking Diet
Sancerre.
Coke.
No, wait, Sancerre isn't a brand name. It's a type of wine.
It's a lifestyle. When is the last time you sat in stirrups?
You know what?
Yes.
I think it was like 9 months ago. I'm due for a pap.
9 months ago?
But I'm always on my period. So they can't do the pap.
They
Or
can do
I-
the pap.
Or I always forget and I have a boric acid thing up there. And then I get there and I'm like, oh, well, I'm on my period and I did boric acid last night. And they're like, we can't do shit to you.
Wait, I've gone to the gyno and she's pulled out my tampon on her own.
Guys.
Do you need her number?
Yeah, because I go to this kind of like.
Is it a guy? So tell me, so do you have a guy? You have a woman doctor.
I have a woman doctor.
Okay.
Oh, and actually the nurse recognized me because I go in so much because I'm always afraid I have an STD. I go in so much that now when I go, can I have an STD check? She goes, you're the girl who does skits, right? And I'm like, yeah, can I just get tested for chlamydia?
So wait, go back. You were talking about boric acid. So that's something
Yeah.
like that you use a lot. Do you just like use it after your period? Like, cause you know, I think a lot of women like feel uncomfortable talking about like having a vagina, having odors,
Oh,
like
right.
being normal. Like, so talk about that. Cause a lot of women don't even know what that is.
Okay, I want to say this, okay? When I got signed to my manager, she was like, what are your interests? And one of them was talking about my vagina.
Love that.
Okay, so I want to write a book about my vagina and when I'm older, like in my Stevie Nicks era, when I have
What
a
would
farm
you call
in
it?
Malibu. I don't know. I need to go through kind of the next 40 years with her.
Oh,
and
I
then
like
I'll decide.
that. Or like been there, done that. The open road.
Yeah, but that makes her seem really used.
That's okay.
Been there, done that, made every stop.
Yeah. You know, you can have a baby and it comes right back. I saw my sister, you know, the birthing and it came right back.
How many did she have?
2.
And it's back.
She just had one, so it's like still bad, but
Well,
it'll
let
come
me
back.
know. I'm interested in that.
Yeah, so like it's okay. Like, and also like we can have multiple partners. I don't think there's like a whole thing of like, oh, she's loose. Like that's not a thing.
Oh God, I wish I was looser.
Yeah.
If I could give one piece of advice to my younger self, it would be to be looser. And that's not a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just to be less perfectionist.
No, just in a sexual sense.
Oh, see, mine's the opposite. Because I
Be
wish I was
tighter.
gayer earlier.
Oh, well,
So I
that's
had-
a different. I don't know about the whole gay thing.
I never got to be like a teenager, like hooking up with girls, like in the back of like dance class.
Did you just think you didn't understand, like know how to
I
work
knew
a
I was
penis?
gay. Like my friend would be like, do you want to take a shower? Like just friendly. And I'd be like, no. Like I'd be too nervous.
Oh, you were nervous or you were turned on?
I was like too nervous that something would happen. Like I would like look at her boobs or something. And then like,
That's how I felt in my massage the other day. I thought something was going to happen.
did you get excited?
Yeah, but nothing happened.
Oh, was he hot? Or did you just get excited because he was like massaging your thigh?
I haven't been touched in a
I know. What's going on?
Okay, so back to
Mm-hmm.
the boric acid.
Yeah.
I've been using them since 2014, I think.
Okay.
More like 2020.
Okay. And why do you use it? Do you just feel like you want to freshen
I
up?
have a very sensitive vagina, like so sensitive.
Like if you like sit in your sweat, anything, it just goes awry.
Well, I don't really
immediately.
sweat.
So what's going on?
Yeah, I want to make that very clear.
I feel like you
don't
need to go
really
see a
sweat.
doctor, like a real doctor. I'm nervous.
Guys, I go to the downtown clinic.
You're
get
going-
checked out for chlamydia. No, I just she's sensitive, UTIs, yeast infection. I got my first BV thing at 16.
BV's rough. BV's rough.
BV's rough.
Tell people what BV is, because a lot of people don't know.
BV is bacterial vaginosis. You may mistake it for yeast, but it has a different odor.
Should we
Different
go like
discharge
this
as well?
to camera? BV.
BV, bitch.
BV, not for me.
BV, and I learned that lesson very.
Yeah.
You might have to cut this out, but before someone fingers you, have them wash their hands.
Yeah, and you know what? Do you pee after sex?
Oh God,
You have to pee right after.
I forgot.
Yeah.
And I got it this past summer. I forgot to go pee after sex. Ended up at the
Immediately.
ER.
Yeah.
Throwing up. Cost me $3,000.
Did you have
By
a
the
bladder
time I
infection?
got the bill, he was with another girl.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to pee right after.
I forget.
You know, it's a diet thing too. You
I'm
can
a
really
little
change
too
your
clingy.
diet.
I just kind of want to lay there and stare at them.
That's why.
I'm an anxious attachment.
You got to make them come with you, hold your hand while you pee.
I just don't date men who would do that.
That's the root of the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, men's dicks are dirty.
Okay, so can I ask you more things about being gay?
Listen, maybe you're gay and you don't know. Because I dated a lot of assholes before I went to women, and that was my bridge.
Okay, so do you need to pee after sex?
Yes, because it's
Okay.
like weird. When you first introduce any kind of pH to yours, it's going to imbalance you. So like when we first started dating, we both got BV, like immediately.
But how nice that you can lean on each other.
It was the best. We were like, should we split?
yeah,
Boric acid.
totally.
Yeah, it was
especially
nice.
the O Positiv ones. Those ones are hefty.
Oh, there you go, a little brand.
Yeah. No, I love the O Positiv boric acid.
But just talk to me. Are you okay?
No, I'm actually I'm doing exactly what I'm born to do. I'm talking about my vagina. Have you talked about yours?
All the time. It's
Okay,
all I
good.
talk about. Yeah.
I want to make sure.
But yeah, with women, it's like still kind of the same thing. But I think what's different with women that I didn't realize is just like sex is just so much more continuous and fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
more continuous.
Like there's not like an end to it. Like you lay there for a second, maybe you go pee. Like we have 2 bathrooms, so I'm like, you pee in that one, I'll pee in this one.
But what
And
if
then we
you
meet
want
back.
to end?
It can end.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go like, no, I can't orgasm. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, we do it again.
Okay.
Maybe we don't. Yeah.
I just think it's interesting. I
Yeah.
do.
You've never kissed a girl?
I think I have. I didn't like it.
What happened? Too soft? Too nice?
No, it was too hard.
Too hard?
I think she came in strong. And
Like pokey tongue?
yeah, no, it wasn't even tongue. It was like, I didn't like it.
What do you find hot about a person? Like what makes you want to be with someone?
So I actually diss men. I love them.
Yeah.
And what I like about a person, what makes me want to be with someone is like that masculine fucking horny energy, bring ground turkey to the gym. You know,
Yeah.
kind of
Protein powder,
He
like,
might
throw
throw
it.
me around. I don't know, but he calms me down.
He buys me a nose job. It's like very daddy, I feel like. Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't say I'm like a relationship expert.
How old are you? Do you mind me asking?
27.
Oh,
I
so
almost
you're
said
young.
24.
Oh my God.
How young are you?
I'm 40. So I've been around the block.
No, you're not.
Yeah. I've been around the block.
Oh, wait, are you being serious?
Yeah.
Look what vagina has done to you.
I know. I drink so much cum.
Oh my God, you're 40?
Yeah. You should see me when I get Botox fresh too. It's crazy.
Okay, dead ass thought you were 31.
Oh my God, dead ass. That's a new, I just learned that word.
Yes.
Because I'm old.
Well, I'm blown away
you.
that you're 40.
But isn't that great that as women now, like 40 is different than, like, remember Betty White was 40 at one point and we were like, oh, that's so old.
Right, in the Golden Girls.
And now we get to be like younger as women. It's so exciting.
100%. I can have babies. Like I'm planning to have babies around like 36, 37.
You do want to have babies.
Oh my God, I'm born to be a mom.
Yeah.
Born to have a career. Born to be wild. Born to be a mom.
Make it a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, I want to go back about the hot thing. Like, when do you feel the hottest? Not when you're on a gyno chair. Like,
No,
when do
I
you
actually
feel
want to
hot?
think about this because I want to give a really good answer.
Okay.
I'm going to give 2 different answers.
Okay.
I'm going to give 2 different answers. I feel the hottest when I have like really been taking care of my body.
Yeah.
I just woke up. I look fucking good and no makeup, no hair. Like that's truly when I feel the hottest.
Yeah.
Second place where I feel the hottest is when I'm doing what I love the most, which is like acting and
Yeah.
creating my content. I'm like, no bitch can touch me. The men I work with fall in love with me. And I go, yeah, no shit.
I love that. You're so confident.
Kind of.
When do you not feel confident?
Oh my God, when I'm in a room full of influencers.
Really?
Those bitches are so hot. Everybody has a better bag than you. And I have an olive green Chanel.
But because it's a money thing. You feel insecure about
It's not
money?
even a money thing. It's just, listen, like these people, watch these people on the internet for a reason. And they're beautiful. And, you know, some come from family money.
Yeah, you can't trust funds. You can't.
Honey,
you can't.
I've been around the world. I really haven't. Florida and back. But
Wow, so far.
honey,
Honey, I've taken a 4-hour plane ride and back.
Yeah, nothing compares to family money.
Yeah, nothing.
You can try, bitch.
You can't touch it.
And that's a lot of
because they invest
influencers.
it.
Yeah.
And then it's more family money.
Yeah, but it's not even them. It's their dad's financial team that invests it.
Yes, they're smart.
And then I come and I'm like, oh, I got a brand deal.
Yeah. Well, I'm a
How
comic, so it's like I
stupid.
can't even touch it.
How stupid.
Yeah. What, like, do you feel like you get hate from people because of the hotness?
I mean, that's just the craziest fucking question.
No, because, I mean, come on.
How am I supposed to answer
I mean,
that?
okay, how about this? Do you feel like you get more hate from men or from women?
I don't know, and I don't care.
You don't?
I
Lies.
don't. It's not that I don't care. I will say one time I was getting a little bit fat, and someone was like, oh, Amanda's pregnant. And I was like, oh, no, like that hurt my feelings.
Amanda, come on.
If somebody said, no, I'm being dead ass, straight ass honest with you. If somebody said, oh, somebody did recently hurt my feelings, but I don't want to give her the
clout.
no.
Yeah.
You hurting my feelings on social media, not so much, but like betrayal gets me.
Yeah.
I've had people work with me very closely and really betray me in a way that I was like, oh my God.
So loyalty is like really important to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas comments on the internet, I'm kind of just like, okay, thanks. My mom will read that, you cunt ass bitch.
Right. And she'll be like, it doesn't matter. My daughter's a
She'll be like,
princess.
that's great. Yeah. She'll be like, you don't know her.
Is that
They
her
don't.
voice?
No, she's a very normal voice.
Oh, okay. Because I was hoping like Norwegian. Like she was like, you don't know her.
Oh my God, no. She
Can you
grew up in
imagine?
Simi Valley. Like,
Oh, okay, good. She's white. Okay.
okay, yeah.
Okay, but when did you first move out to LA?
I'm from here.
Oh, you're from here.
Yeah, 4 generations.
Wow. From
Yeah. My great-great-great-grandpa moved from Norway. There was a potato famine, and he bought a house in Venice for like, what?
$10.
Literally $10,000 or less.
Yeah. Do you have siblings?
I do. My sister actually lives with me, films all my videos. Very tight bond. We're like twins.
I love that. I love when it's a family relationship. That's when people are successful.
It's a family fucking business.
Yeah, it's a business.
Step on it.
Yeah. You're such an interesting person. I've never met anybody like you.
What do you mean?
I want to get deeper in, you know what I mean? Like I want to come into the room.
Oh, you can ask me
I want to
anything.
look around.
I've told you about my BV.
It's true.
Like, it's not like I'm holding up the fort.
It's like late at night. We've all spent the whole day.
Dude, we've all worked all day.
Yeah, all day.
Actually, oh my God, I didn't work all day.
What did you do
I
today?
actually didn't. I
did you-
tried to work.
Yeah.
Life, oh my God, life of an actor. I tried to work today. I got my makeup and hair done, and I tried to film this one video, but I couldn't find the perfect like space for it. So I just went home and I laid on my couch and I watched Real Housewives.
What's your favorite brand? Like which one? Because I'm into all of them.
I like OG Roni.
Okay, of
And
course.
OG Orange County is my lullaby.
Me too. That's my everything.
When Lori fell in love and then Tamara fell in love in the season right after her.
I
it was
mean-
George and then it was Eddie.
Right now, I'm just obsessed with the Shannon Medore. Here's the door, Shannon Medore.
Here's the door.
Shannon Medore.
Johnny J.
Johnny J. Ew.
Ew. But almost Shannon isn't, you will all know the truth. Like it's all back all of a sudden. She's so mad. She's getting up and
I
leaving.
know.
And I'm on Heather's side, by the way.
Oh, I'm always on Heather's side.
And you know what? She
Yeah.
speaks the truth with
Yeah.
a Birkin right fucking next to her.
Yeah, Heather Dubrow's my number one on that.
I
on that
love
whole,
her.
Yeah, me too. I want to be friends with her. If you're watching this, Heather,
She's not.
she's not.
What are you talking about?
She might. We might come across. Like, what's your biggest thing that you want to get to? Like films, movie, what is it?
Definitely TV and film. I've started that right now. I've booked, I was very lucky. I got an incredible team. Finally, after acting for 15 years, I got reps that like really have my back and pushed me. And I was lucky enough to book a couple things last month. Okay, so it's been a crazy transition. I feel like my brain is like breaking and making new connections because obviously I've been doing my videos forever.
Yeah.
But now you're on these big sets and like you're acting with people you've looked up to your entire life. And it's like, okay, bitch, you wanted this for so long and thought you could do it. Here you are.
Do you feel like this extra pressure of like, because everybody's like, ugh, TikTokers, like they're not as good as,
No, I'm so proud
you
of
know?
it.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of it. I like go up to that thing, and if someone asks me what I do, I say I make comedy videos. Like I will never. I did that for so long, especially with men. I was still like, oh, I make little videos. No, like I stand on that. I built my business. It's a family business, and you know, I go on set and somebody asks me what I do, I say it.
Yeah.
Very proud of that. Where I think the pressure comes from is I've said I could do this and I've wanted to do it, and now people have vouched for me, and now I'm working across people who have, you know, I've looked up to my entire comedy career.
Yeah.
And I would say it's more of an imposter syndrome than a pressure.
Right. Like, can I actually do this? Like, can I step up to the plate?
So there's my insecurity.
I like it.
I'm a
It
human
came
being.
out.
I'm a
Oh my
human
God.
being. I know.
I like that you started with BV and then you got to that. You went backwards.
Two things can exist at once.
You went backwards.
Yeah, as my therapist says.
Oh, good. You go to therapy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know where I met my therapist? When I worked at California Pizza Kitchen.
CPK.
Yes, I worked there for 5 years. Got fired twice.
What? And then you went back?
Yeah.
What do you mean you got fired twice? You just went to different locations?
Well, no, first time I got fired because I booked this Quavo music video.
As you do.
In the middle of Compton.
Yeah.
And I thought the shoot was going to be over by 2 p.m. It wasn't.
You know music videos.
They still needed me in my bathing suit out on that helipad.
Forever.
Literally forever. So
yeah.
So I called CPK. I was like, I'm so sorry. You know, I won't be able to come in.
Somebody
for my
else is
shift
going to have to
tonight.
serve the salad pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that called? Tricolor. That's the salad
I've had
pizza.
it once. It was actually kind of delicious.
Yes.
Mayonnaise on pizza. Who knew?
Who knew? Very
Who knew?
good. Very good. And so I call, who was it on the shift? I forgot who my manager was at the time. And I go, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it tonight.
Yeah.
He goes, this is the fourth time you called out. We're going to have to, kind of cut you.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out it wasn't a Quavo music video. It's for some guy named Key Glock.
Key Glock.
Yeah. And the lyrics are, like, suck me like a leech.
And you're just like in the background, like.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I kind of, broke on that shoot. I broke down in tears, and I told the director, I said, I'm going to win an Oscar one day. I can't be doing this stuff. I left my job to be here.
I left my job.
I'm in the background going, to suck me like a leech.
And so
that
where
was
can we
a real
find
low.
it? Where can we find the music video?
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's called Yeah by
It's
Key
called
Glock.
Yeah? Isn't that fair? Like, I want to sing that song. I want to do that.
Yeah, there's some
I'm sad
more.
that I didn't come up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as a lesbian, a member of the LGBTQ
Yeah, I feel like that's
community,
something I would say.
you could say that.
Do you have a story that you would share just about like.
Other than the nurse recognizing me from Instagram while I'm getting,
Nothing
my
weird?
vagina checked out, no.
Nothing bad?
No, they've been lovely to me.
Have you had like a funny sex situation that you would be comfortable sharing?
Sex situation.
Like, was there like a queef? Was there?
Oh, of course there's a queef.
Oh,
Of course. They don't care. They just keep going. By the time I'm queefing, we're almost done.
it's.
Like,
Is that a good sign for you? You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
well,
this is the
I
last
know.
lap around.
If I'm queefing, there has been enough time for air to get up there.
Yeah.
There's been a pump and stump, where it's, all right, she's
Pump
ready
and
to.
Stump.
Yeah.
That's my dog's name.
Stump?
Yeah, Pump and Stump. I have two. My dog's name's Cheryl.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got me.
Yeah.
Wait, that got me.
That.
Yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
my dogs were Pump and Stump. That's cute.
Yeah, my dog's name is Melvin.
Melvin, that's
Melvin and Cheryl.
They're best friends.
What kind of dog is
Chihuahua.
yours? Oh, cute. Did you rescue?
Yeah, of course.
When I see a
Yeah.
Chihuahua, chances are it's a rescue.
It's a rescue. Nobody's gonna buy that kind of a fucked up dog,
Well, and especially the ones that are rescued.
Yeah.
And even mine looks designer, but one of his back paws,
Nordstrom Rack.
he's so Nordstrom Rack.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
One of his back paws doesn't have a tendon, so he kind of hops.
Same. Weird.
Wait, no.
Yeah. Her back legs don't really bend, so she's like,
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What is up with what's going on?
the dogs are messed up nowadays. We went too far.
Yeah.
How's your vagina feeling right now?
It's feeling pretty good. I used O Positiv boric acid last night.
Are you on it right now?
Last night.
Wait, so how long do you keep it in?
Well,
How long are you supposed to
dissolves.
keep it in? Oh, it
God,
does?
You scared me.
I've never used it.
You're lying.
I'm serious. I've only had BV once.
No, it's not even about, you don't get it. It's
What? I'm 40. I feel like I've done it.
It's not even about BV. Boric acid is even you just use it once a month to make sure everything's good down there.
Things are good. My pH is balanced.
I cannot believe you are 40.
Listen, get in here, smell it. For real.
Maybe after. I'm not sure if I want that screenshot.
No, it's fine.
No, I do. Yeah.
Are we fighting?
Oh, I actually have no desire to fight with you.
Okay, good. I feel good.
If you even said something kind of disrespectful, I'd be like, oh,
No, I would
totally.
never. No,
Yeah,
I would
not that
never.
I think you would, but yeah, no. I'm like, I don't want to fight with you at all.
I feel like you're chill. I feel like it's good that your mom, I feel like the lesson here is like all our moms should be throw more confidence into us.
Oh my God, it was the best. And my
You know?
dad too. My dad was so just like believed in himself so much to a point that is frightening, but
Like delusional confidence.
But great. Like, sure. Yeah.
See, I didn't have that. Like, I feel like if I saw that in parents, I would be more like, okay. But they're like immigrants learning the language, like different path.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
Brazil to Virginia, that can't be good.
A whole different set of challenges.
Yeah.
So you grew up in Virginia.
Yeah.
You are an East Coast woman.
I am. Jewy. Yeah.
I
People
love
feel
that.
it. Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. So
feel
how'd
like-
you get this gig?
I was crying about going through perimenopause. Do you know what that is?
Oh my God. No.
Okay, so menopause, when you start to dry up and the world stops caring about you?
Yeah, but like I can't look at you and think that you're about to go through
No,
menopause. It's
okay.
freaking me out.
What an
'Cause you
incredible
don't look
opportunity
40.
to show you. So like when you're in your late 30s, this starts to happen. Your hormones start to deplete. And like people don't know this. They'll be like, oh, my joints hurt, or like my leg hurts. You're fine. You don't look like you have a fupa.
Not worried about that.
Okay, good.
No.
And okay, then you do look like you have a fupa.
All right,
okay,
bitch.
fine. When you start to just like go in your late 30s, like you start to kind of lose your hormones. Like your hormones start to deplete. You just don't get as much estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, all the good stuff. And women don't know this. It's like a new thing.
Wow.
Doctors are not educated in it at all. So I start to go through it. I'm losing my mind.
Oh.
I meet Bridget. I'm crying about it to her. And she's like, I work at O Positiv. We're trying to educate women about perimenopause. And I'm like, let's go. So that's what this is for. Like we want to have women just talk about openly BV, vagina, odor, being with men, being with women, gynecology experiments, You never know where you're going to get.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah. So perimenopause is something that people should start talking more about.
What age do you get perimenopause?
So it can start as early as 36 and it can go from 4 to 12 years.
Interesting.
And then menopause is 1 year after your last period. So usually around 51.
Okay, and then when you get perimenopause, what are the symptoms?
Like the list is like ridiculous.
Okay.
It's like, it can literally be like mood swings, no sleep, depression, anxiety, joint pain, dead shoulder. You drop shit. Like I'll just be holding something, I'll just drop it.
Don't you drop stuff right before your period?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's like a thing, you just drop shit more. And that starts to like be really more intense. And you don't know what's going on because it's like, it doesn't feel like a PMS. It feels just sort of like.
So I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah, okay.
So you're going through perimenopause and
Yeah.
you're a comedian.
Yeah.
You go into these shows late at night?
Yeah. And I'm fucking tired. I'm taking a
That is
nap.
crazy.
Yeah, it's bad.
A comedian's, well, listen,
I'm falling apart.
You're following your dream.
I'm falling, yeah.
But going to stand-up shows late at night, it's such a crazy scene.
It's kind of unfair because you think about like, even with acting, I would get this thing where it's like, it's me and a bunch of comics on the road. I'm packing all my hair products, all my clothes, blah, blah, blah. And these guys are just fucking ready to go.
You go on the road?
Yeah, I've been on the road for 17 years.
Oh,
Am I blowing your mind?
that is amazing.
Have you ever tried stand-up?
I did do stand-up when I was 21.
How was it?
And so I don't know where I got it. I was just
Yeah.
like, no sleep, plane, bus, another club, another plane.
Yeah.
But I did it with comedy. And I was like, I'm going to try every type of comedy. So when
Yeah.
I hit it, I'm going to know exactly what I want. So I did UCB, Second City, Groundlings while doing stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Like I was psycho about it while working at
Yeah.
CPK
Full-time,
and
yeah.
cutting my own extensions. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a modern woman. And so I tried stand-up comedy and it was fine. It was more just like I wanted to say I did it. I've always been a
Right.
huge advocate of doing things that nobody can take away from me. Like nobody can take away that I did stand up.
That's a big thing for me. I was like, I have to prove people that I can do this.
Yes.
And then I like got stuck in it.
But good for
It's
you.
bad.
But
No,
what a beautiful thing to get stuck in. I mean, as a woman doing that and being on the road, like I commend you so much.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
you guys hear that?
Yeah. No, I'll say it into the camera. I think it's such a admirable thing.
I think it's actually gotten harder now because of social media.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like when I started, it was like, you have a photo of yourself doing stand-up? Like you would have like a photo, it was like a big deal. And then I remember like when somebody got a camera and they had like footage of themselves, we were like, are you a king? Like, how did you do this? You know?
Yeah.
And so now because it's so like infiltrated with people like aren't on the road and blah, blah, blah. And like, they just have a video that does really well.
Totally.
Like it can be a sort of like, oh fuck, I don't want to keep up, you know?
Yeah, but that's with anything.
Anything. Yeah.
Right?
You have to grow with like any kind of thing. But like, what's your advice to women who are out there and going like, I want to be hot. I want to do comedy. What's your number one advice? Don't work at CPK or?
No. I would say my number one piece of advice is give yourself enough time to figure out what you want to do and don't look back.
Yeah.
Because when you choose something that takes everything, has no security, you might lose people over it because you're doing something that is not, in quotations, normal.
Yeah.
You are going to need enough willpower and belief and know yourself well enough to go, I don't fucking care. This is what I want and I'm going for it. To do that, you have to give yourself time and a lot of soul searching.
Yeah. I mean, I change my mind every moment, but that's the perimenopause.
But you don't change it about your career.
I think I think what happens during perimenopause, you stop giving a shit. Like, you know, when you like have that grind, like you're like, okay, I'm going to get my makeup and hair done today. Today I'm going to get everything done. Like you get like,
well, I have an assistant. It's different.
I have a few assistants. It still doesn't do it.
You're more successful than me.
No, but you know what I mean? Like you don't want to do it. I'm not more successful than you. I feel like the will to do it, I've like sort of lost it. And I think that's an important thing to like talk about with women because it's like, think about these women in these corporate positions, right? They're CEOs, they're CFOs. These men, like their will doesn't change. Like their drive doesn't change. And women like even women who don't have kids, like start to kind of like lose that thing and nobody talks about it. Like, and there's nothing that aids women in that path, right?
Yeah.
We just still have to compete with our male counterparts. So that's
tough.
Yeah, it sucks. Women are incredible.
It's insane. And we just do it.
Yeah. And I'm like, do I want to post a video today? Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm losing that, like that thing, you know?
That's okay. You have to give yourself time. That's also what's going to make you more like memorable. Like I feel like when you're just like going and you don't feel like it, we see men do it all the time. Oh my God, dating these male comics or like male actors. All they do is go. Even if they have the flu, they go on the stage. If they're feeling depressed, they go on stage and they do it and they put out the content and go, listen, that's great for your ego, but you are going to crash so hard. Part of why I work the way I do and I have been successful to some sort of degree, however you look at it, whatever, is because I'm listening to my body. And as women, we have that superpower. Men aren't taking that. And it does. I see it catches up with them. And I'm like, you can run and hide from this issue all you want and go on stage, but it will follow you.
I agree. The burnout's really real and it's like really hard to recover from it.
Yes.
I had a real burnout. Like I was on the road 38 weekends a year. I was just like, I can't even look at a plane anymore. Like I can't
That is crazy.
Physically do it, you know?
That is crazy.
And then when you don't have a team behind you, you know, you start to go like, why am I even doing this?
100%. I don't blame you that you went crazy. I would have gone crazy too.
I've gone crazy. I've lost my shit.
And I have a thing with community fabric. So being on the road to me in tour bus fabric and stuff, and I'm not a hoity-toity girl.
Oh, like literally fabric. I was like, is this a thing for something?
No,
like
it's
literally fabric.
Community fabric.
Yeah.
Hotels are tough for me, whether it's a Four Seasons or a Hilton. And I actually prefer the Hilton. I think it's more bleached.
Yeah. Are you like, do you do the little kit?
No.
And clean your hole?
I just hope for the best. But I really, if there is a chair in there with community fabric, I prefer not to sit in it.
So never shorts because you can't be like cheeks on the fabric.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Because sometimes I'll feel like I'm sitting butt directly on a thing. Like, what's your guilty pleasure?
Housewives for sure.
Yeah.
Being at home, wine.
Yeah.
I really wish I wasn't I wouldn't say I'm alcohol dependent, but I'm really like, I wouldn't say I'm alcohol dependent, but I have not found something other than like a boy, a crush.
Yeah.
That makes me feel as good as like half a glass of wine and does after a long day.
Yeah. It's your little like, it's like you've done it. You're home, you get to relax and do this thing.
100%.
I'm a pothead, I wish I wasn't. Like I'm trying to stop. But nothing makes me feel good like spliff at the end of the day. Ooh.
But why are you trying to stop, I guess is my question.
I just like health, longevity, like vainness.
Do you think that is, what's the link between perimenopause and weed? Is there one?
Not that they know of, but I'm sure that like tobacco has some kind of like adverse
Yeah, but then
effect.
what? You don't drink, you don't smoke pot, you probably don't eat that much sugar.
I just eat pussy.
Ugh, love.
I know. It's good.
Love.
Good for the soul.
I gotta try it.
If they told you tomorrow it would make you hotter if you ate
Sure,
Charlie.
yeah. Yeah, like I'm not, no, like I love, like cool. I just haven't done it.
Are you on any dating apps?
I think I've been on Raya for dead ass 8 years.
Yeah. That was mine for a minute. It was good. Good for me.
But I haven't really gone on any Raya dates. I am so lucky that with skits and stuff, I'm sure you feel this way too with touring and your social media and everything, that I meet enough people.
Yeah.
I really do. And, you know, my dating advice is just look up.
Just look up?
Just look up. Someone's right around the corner.
Yeah. It's so easy to meet people in real life. I always say that.
But I have that luxury.
Yeah.
You know, like I have a social job.
Yeah.
So I'm aware how that may seem. Okay.
When's the last time, what was like the last little cry that you had about?
I just want to make sure. I went out of town with my family last week and I had severe travel anxiety.
I get that.
Severe travel anxiety.
Yeah.
And before that, it was about a boy. I had a date with him and like, I really liked him and something on the date didn't go right. And I had about 4 hours that weekend, or I had about 4 hours that week that were free. And I decided to spend it with him. He asked me out on a really cute date and something on that date didn't go right. And when I don't feel safe emotionally, I shut down. And part of my magic is like how I'm so present. I'm so there. But when I'm not, I'm not. And I saw something on that date that pissed me off. I wasn't present for the rest of the date. I went home and I just cried to my sister. And I was like, that sucked. Like, I hate this feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or have you talked to him again?
Yeah. We're fine. Yeah. It's cool.
Just
but don't air too much of this.
Yeah.
Ugh, not that he'll watch it. Please.
Yeah. I mean, if he watches it, you know that Heather will watch it.
Well, I hope he does.
Yeah. I want to know more about this guy, but
this is all I can say because there's not much else. He's my crush. This is what
like
I've been
the
doing.
Heart?
He's my crush.
Crush. That's a Gen Z thing.
And I think I'm his crush.
Do you get crushes a lot or is it like
I fall
rare?
in love about 13 times a year.
13 times a year?
I fall in love constantly.
You really?
Constantly. I fall in love all the time. I don't always keep it, but I fall in love all the time.
Mine's really rare. Like, I think everybody's hot. Like, I'm just like horny, but I feel like it takes a long time for me to be like, that's my human, you know?
Okay, and you feel this way about this relationship.
Yeah. I gave her an Aura ring. It was like kind of an engagement ring, but it wasn't.
Oh, cute.
Thanks. We love sharing each other's data.
Okay, what's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is becoming irrelevant before I'm relevant. And I feel like I've been in this business for so long and I've had real peaks, but I feel like that'll be forgotten before like I even have a chance to like care, not care about it anymore. That's a real fear of mine.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
So, and tell me if I'm missing the point, because sometimes I do that. You just straight up tell me.
Okay, I'll tell you.
So I'm obsessed. Not that I don't love this podcast.
Yeah.
But I am obsessed with this podcast right now that talks about royals and kind of goes through their lives and how, I don't want to say this because anyway, a lot of the royals, like they were doing things that they didn't know were going to live on forever, but now we say their names for the rest of their lives. And when they pass, they were like, this is it. This is where my life ends. This is where my legacy
Like their
ends.
legacy. Yeah.
you just don't know what's going to live on. But I think you've done a beautiful job. And I really, I'm really grateful you opened up.
Thanks.
Yeah. And I think that's a very valid fear, especially with working for something every day and not necessarily getting that like.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like my biggest thing like happened and then COVID hit. And then
what was it?
I was the new host of The Soup. I took over after Joe McHale.
You're fucking lying.
Yeah. And it was like my dream job since I was like a child. Like I was upset. Like we found all this footage of me like watching it when I was like 13. And it was like the biggest job opportunity ever. Billboard, everything. COVID hit. And like, I feel like since then I'm like still mourning who I was then. Like that's also a perimenopause thing. You start to mourn like being young and like who you were supposed to be versus like who you are now. So I think that's what I'm battling with a lot. And then you see like these younger kids like who are like really up on the social media stuff, doing really, and they get kind of a fresh start. And then you feel sort of like irrelevant, like that fear of like, am I doing enough? Do I need to? And it's different from what you signed up for, right? So like you have to evolve, but it's also this thing of like, I didn't sign up for this. So it's a very mixed feeling for me right now, like with the industry.
Well, new kids can do the thing, but they can't buy the experience you have.
Yeah. And like, I think you just stick to like the things that you know about yourself, right? Like I know I'm kind and then I know that I'm like not a shitty human sometimes.
I can understand why someone would get PTSD from that.
Yeah.
That's a lot, especially when you get up for something every single day and you get it. And then I totally
oh my God.
understand
Can you
that.
imagine? You just look back on all the auditions and you're like, did I just spend like half of my life auditioning for nothing? Like
you didn't.
Tell Hollywood.
Yeah.
You know, but is there anything like maybe when you're younger, like you don't feel these like overwhelming pressures, but like, do you feel like this pressure besides like that, you know, you said earlier, like, I want to be able to show up the way that I told myself I could, or like.
Yeah, I would say I had a real deep fear, and I'm on Lexapro now, so a lot of them have subsided.
Thanks for sharing that.
I had a real deep fear about dying before I reached my full potential. So similar. I thought people were out to kill me 24/7. And it really started when I moved out on my own. To the point, I was like, I would see hands like trying to open my door.
Whoa.
I had a kind of a mental break where I was listening to murder like shows, podcast. I did this shitty indie film where I got killed in it, and then I saw Bird Box that night. So I saw it, heard it, and all of it, and I had a mental break. I had an anxiety attack, and from that, I thought everyone was trying to kill me. I'm not as afraid to die now because I have so much love in my life. I mean, I have this little family at home, my dog and my sister, and I'm so fulfilled that like, if I do pass, I want to say something else, you know. If I do pass, I feel pretty good about the way I look right now. I would want an open casket.
Yeah, same. Yeah, for you. I don't mean if I pass, I want to be cremated and I want people to take me with mushrooms.
And I have a great glam team.
Yeah.
So I want them up on that scene.
Yeah.
Giving me that strong contour.
You know that they've linked Lexapro to your pH of your vag? Of how it imbalances it.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
But how have you, I've never taken what are they called? SSRIs? Mm-hmm. But like, do you
change my life?
Okay.
Changed my life. I look at footage before SSRIs to now I see like a very fragile woman.
Interesting.
Now I'm sturdy stock in the body and in the mind.
I should explore. Is it too late?
I mean, listen, God, you really have to go on your own journey. I mean, I took a week off work and like really, dove into, is this something I'm going to do? You gain weight. I gained about 15 pounds. Guys have never liked me more. So
you were juicy.
That didn't matter. I was juicy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it changed my life and SSRI. I haven't noticed a difference in the pH balance. If anything, I would think I'm less stressed and my body is more regulated.
Yeah. And did it take you a while to sort of like fall into that?
3 months. I remember the moment it kicked in. I woke up in my high school crush it, like my first love's bedroom, because we see each other once in a while. And he has this big wall that's covered in it, like it's a see-through wall. And I thought it was glass my whole life. And I woke up and I looked at the wall and I was like, God, my brain feels different. And I looked at this wall and it was plastic this whole time. And I said, what once was glass is actually plastic. And I had wanted this man to love me forever. He never did. But we're still very good friends. You know, I ended up in his bed.
Yeah.
And so I had this realization. I got up and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go. And he's like, you don't want to get coffee or anything? I said, no, I'm going to go. And it was like this big thing. And my brain is just so, oh God, I just love my brain right now.
That's a perfect analogy of like, it was glass, but now it's like actually
it's just
it's just a different
plastic.
texture.
It's plastic. So yeah, that was the moment Lexapro kicked in.
That's crazy. And so you've been on it since high school?
No. No, okay. So I was in my high school crush's bed last year.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. My bad. I misunderstood. I didn't mean to make you reveal that.
From time
I didn't mean to reveal that you're going back into
yeah, it's a sensible place.
Hey, you have a little black book, you know, who cares?
Yeah,
it's nearby. You revisit, you know.
Totally.
There's guest stars. They return.
Yes,
you know.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go there. I get it.
Yeah, I've been on it for about a year and a half.
A year and a half. Mm-hmm. I'm really interested in like learning more about it. And I think it's cool that you talk, because, you know, people are very like hush hush about it.
I was not going to speak about it.
Yeah.
But you ask, I started speaking about it about 10 months ago on my Instagram story because I can't shut up. I physically cannot shut up.
No, me too. I have a hard time. If I don't say something, sometimes I'm like, I have to say it.
That's why
we're here. Yeah, I have to say it.
Yeah.
Because I'm on hormones now, but I've thought about SSRIs for a long time.
Well, you got to look into that too. But my mom's on hormones, also takes SSRIs. She's totally good with it. You've got to find your own cocktail, as you know.
I feel like I got to find your mom. Like I need you to talk to your mom once
She doesn't like bright lights, so she couldn't be here. But if you meet her in the dark, she'd love you.
What do you mean? I love that about her.
She does not go in the sun, and she does not like bright lights.
Oh, like perfect skin.
Everything's muted and you cannot speak loudly to her.
Oh, she would hate me.
No, she would love you.
Okay, cool.
You were nice to me.
Yeah,
she would love you.
Okay, well, it's been amazing. It's been really nice getting to know you because, like, you know, the way we see people from the outside, like, it's so nice to dive in, and like, I'm glad you shared all this stuff.
Did we dive in enough? I hope did I give you what you needed?
No, we're good. This is incredible. Thank you so much. Is there anything that you want people to like come find you, or like, you know, besides if you want to tell your socials? Like,
I'll just give you my Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. Amanda McCants. I'm also an actor.
IMDb her, bitch. Thank you guys so much. You've been stirred up. I'm Jade Catapretta. Find us everywhere. Go look up O Positiv. Make sure you check everything out online. And thanks again for coming out.
Thanks for having me.